knowing what you know now, what would you tell
Mhm.
yourself back then with the wisdom that you have today?
That it's okay to have the surgery and it's okay if people judge you, people judge regardless. But it was necessary. Like I said, I had already had complete renal failure, and miraculously recovered from that. So it was okay. It was a tool, and I've been shamed for having surgery. Don't get me wrong. Women especially will shame you for having it. Oh, you took the easy way out. There's nothing easy about the amount of vitamins that I have to swallow every day. There's nothing easy about me making sure that, I juice kale and spinach and, celery for the hydration and cucumbers for the hydration so that then, feeds my body what it needs. It gives it the vitamins that we can't buy. Um, there's nothing easy about this journey. Whether you lose it the right way, or society's right way, or whether you have surgery. Now, I will admit that there have been a lot of people who took advantage of that surgery that didn't need it. They were lazy. Um, but there are some of us whose life depended on it.
That's something that I have heard in regards to anything where either get, and I forget the terms for it, but I know it's loosely known as like getting your stomach stapled or the sleeve
Yes,
or things of that
yes,
nature, right? There's a
yes.
lot of people out there that will say that, you know what, it's cheating. And I would tell those people that there's many people, I believe, I don't have the
Hmm.
numbers, but I believe many people, if not most people, get it because it's essentially our life or death situation,
Exactly.
right? Which in many times is no faults of their own. I
Hmm.
think there's this image out there, at least maybe portrayed a little bit, where everyone who's getting the sleeve or they're getting something done with their stomach is because they're sitting eating bonbons and cheeseburgers all day long.
I wish.
Those
I
people
wish.
maybe could even make it at that point, right? Because if you're going to eat yourself into a food coma or that size, it would, you would, who knows if that would even help you at that point in time, right?
If you are habitually eating things like that, a United States surgeon will not perform the gastric surgery on you. There is so much mandatory education and psychological exams. And I'm not just talking about, oh, a letter from your therapist. I mean, things that they're asking you questions and you're like, what is this? But somehow they figure an in a kind of indirect way to see if are you ready for this because it's a lifelong commitment. It's not like when you lose weight the normal way and then you can go back eating the things you want to eat. This is a lifestyle. um it I lost my word. It's not easy. It is a lifelong commitment, and I wish that I was, just lazy at that point, but that's not the case. um, a lot of us who have had this surgery, particularly in the US. And I say that because Mexico doesn't have any guidelines on it, neither does Colombia or the DR. You pay for it, you can have it. But those of us who had to go through hospitals in the US, I had to go through Emory in Atlanta, number one hospital. Yeah, the education, the check-ins, the therapists that you have to see even after the surgery. You still have to go to classes. You have to go to nutrition classes. You go to meal prep classes. You go to, therapy appointments every week. And your surgeon is in charge of all of this. So this is not easy. It's not. Um, I stopped going out to eat with people because why would I pay $30 and all I can eat is 4 ounces? That means whatever it is, I'm going to be eating it for a week. I'm wasting money. You know what I mean? I literally, I tested it. And those little individual Greek yogurt cups, they're 4 ounces. And I put my food in there one day and tested it. And that's all I can tolerate at one time is 4 ounces of food. And that's been for the last 9 years.
Was that hard for you to get accustomed to?
very much so. Um, but the good thing is when you come home, they start you, you're just on liquids, and then they reintroduce things into your diet slowly. Because one of the things that does happen is our body rejects certain things. So it's called dumping in the gastric community. And it's literally like, say today I have sauteed zucchini, right? A couple of weeks later, your body hates it. And now you're on the bathroom floor for 2 days. Um, so we go through things like that that the public doesn't get to see or know. Um, it, it's not easy. I would do it all over again though. If given the chance, I would do it all over again because it did save my life and it brought great things into my life. So I don't want to just say that it's a negative thing because it's not. I'm just saying that people don't understand the entirety of what goes into having gastric surgery.